Alright, welcome back to BMJ Fishing. As promised, I thought I'd do a little video of my GoPro setup. The box I'm using to hold my GoPro stuff is a Pelican 1400. Right there. And I keep all my stuff in here. It's waterproof, drop proof. It's really nice, like military type case that I just throw in the back of my car. I'm going kayaking and grab the stuff I need. Usually I'll try to put this in my dry storage, but sometimes I just leave it in my car depending on how long I'm going to be or whatever. But this is the chesty mount. I mean it's pretty big, so I decided just to tie it on the outside here, just to save myself some space. To open it up here, here's what I have going on. I'm actually using my GoPro right now, so yeah, there's the camera's in my hand, but normally I would have it in the case here for traveling and keep that there. Wi-Fi remote. This is the black edition. LCD screen, which I'm also using right now, but that's where I keep that. This is like a mounting bracket for my remote, which actually I have clipped in my kayak when I'm traveling, and that works really well. Easy to get to when I'm out fishing. Here's some different back doors that I have. I don't pretend to know what all these are called, but it's like a skeleton back door, and one for the touch screen, floaty back door. Down here we just have some miscellaneous stuff that came with the remote. This is like the thing that locks the clip in for you're out in the water. Different mounts. Usually I use, I just use the flat one, and I connect it to the mount that I have for the couple things on my kayak. It's just the tripod mount, and that clicks onto my ram ball that I have, and that pretty much goes on all the stuff I have for GoPro on my kayak. Here's like a little arm that came with it. I'm not too versed on GoPro stuff. I just got this for Christmas, and I do want to kind of expand and get two for my kayak so I can do some better fishing videos. But there's some batteries. These are the Wasabi Power ones, and these are pretty cool. They came with 2 batteries and this wall charger, and it also came with a cigarette lighter too. So all that was like I think it was like 25 bucks or 20 bucks, which is cheaper than the regular GoPro battery, that, you know, the GoPro branded battery. Here I have a couple memory cards. I'm using one right now. I just keep them in the adapters because they're so small, but I use the 32 gigs right now, which I'm probably going to get a couple more just because I have a trip coming up in June that's like 4-day, all day long fishing. So there's going to be a lot of footage from that. This is like a head strap here, and then I have some like little mounting screws and stuff that came with it. I have some room for expansion. I'll probably put my second camera here, move this stuff down here somewhere. Probably not going to be buying any more batteries, and I'll show you why in a second. But yeah, that's pretty much my Pelican setup. I have another Pelican for my handgun that I have, and it's a really great case. Really like it, and I mean, like, these things are awesome. Submersible, all that kind of stuff. So that's that. Now the mod that I did, which I got from Fishing with Charlie, which I'll put a link in the in the information on the video. But this is kind of my version of it. What I did was I took the waterproof back door for the LCD screen, so it has a little extra. It's like, I think it's called a backpack back door. I put a floaty sponge in the back to kind of hide all the wires and everything. Plus, it makes it floatable. And then what I got this Switchtronics. So pretty much what this does is this clips in the battery area of the GoPro, and then I have this little piece of foam as well, so when I push buttons on the front of the camera, it doesn't slide back, because this is actually going to be flush in the camera, so it's actually sitting about here. So the foam piece there, this little scrap that I had, kind of holds it all in. And then what I did was I actually plucked the button out of the side, and I ran the USB cable through there, and I filled it with silicone, tested it's totally waterproof. I silicone the inside as well. What I had to do was I had to actually cut the cord and you know, solder it and heat shrink it back together after I got it through the little hole there. So yeah, this is totally waterproof. And then the cord's really long, which is great. USB. And what I do is I have this run down my panfish pole in the back of my kayak. It runs down the pole into my dry storage where I have this. And this is something else that Fishing with Charlie was talking about, which, get this out. This thing's really cool. I'm actually using it for a bunch of other stuff too. Let's see if I can get this thing out of here one-handed. This is it's by Nutrient, and it's a USB portable battery. If you click it once, it shows you how much it's charged. This thing is great. Has a nice like rubberized texture to it. So what I do is I just put this in my dry storage. I connect my USB onto there. It has two different ones. I think one's for 1 amp and one's 2.1 amps. I also have some micro USB on there as well, which use that to plug it in to actually charge this battery, because this is a portable battery. So if you want to do your iPhone, if you want to do your GoPro, iPad, we go in the 2.1. So yeah, I just have that in my dry storage. I actually ran my GoPro with this setup for about 3 hours, and I got back to the banks and I checked the battery, and it was still showing full bars. So 3 hours of straight, you know, 1080p video. It still worked great. Didn't take any charge off it. So I'm really looking forward to using this on that trip I was talking about. We're going up to Pennsylvania at the end of June. We're going to be there for 3 days and fishing the entire time. We're only stopping to eat, go to the bathroom, and sleep. Other than that, we're going to be kayak fishing. So we'll definitely have a lot of video to put up from that. But yeah, I think this was supposed to last maybe 12 hours, I think, charging an iPhone. I'm not sure on that. That's totally a guess. But I mean, just from taping in 1080p for 3 hours and not even having a dent in this thing as far as the charge, I thought that was really cool. So I'll probably be running out of memory card space before I run out of battery space, which is totally fine with me. But so that's kind of my GoPro setup. I'm still kind of working on how I tape my fishing trips. I'm thinking about having like a camera or an iPhone or something on the front pointing back at me. There's a video on my channel where I use that angle, where I had the GoPro pointing back at me. I really like the camera on the back, so I don't have to really mess with it. Just leave it on, leave the battery going, like with this setup, and tape. And then when I actually catch a fish, I was going to hook up just a digital camera or you know, like my iPhone on that front mount, and I'd just be able to hit the button and take a picture of me holding it up. I think that might work better for right now since I only have one camera. Because from the back you can actually see me casting and kind of see where I'm placing it and stuff like that. So I think that's kind of cooler than just seeing my face the whole time. But so yeah, so that's about it. Thanks for watching, and I got a video that I did when I took this out to test it, and I'm still trying to edit that, and so I'll probably have that up in a couple days as well. So all right guys, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.